Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Hey kids, it's Hyperdellic here again. Today, we're going to talk about G.I. Joe Classified Series Snow Job. Go Joe! Alright, I'm not going to get too cheesy on you. Listen, this Snow Job was one of my favorites when I was a kid, okay? Once I lost every single piece of him, I still played with him. I did not care. He was still one of my favorites. I love the whole like shebang with him. He had such a great look. So here's the front cover of his box. Okay. And he's already out of the package. And he's all split up so that I can do this without making crunching sounds and crazy, insanity. I'll only do that with like figures that are, in the box and you can see it. Because otherwise there's no point, I don't need to do that. So I'm not gonna. If I can do you guys the justice of not having to hear that, that awful sound. I'm going to help you out with that. So, yeah. All right, so we're going to look at this cover art right here. There's like a polar bear getting ready to take him out. He's got a tank coming up on him. I don't know if that's his guy or somebody else, but, man, they are coming up fast. Dude, he just looks so good. Like, the whole sculpt is fantastic. I mean, just wait until you see. He's a work of art. All right, so, and then we've got this nice little comic drawing of him. We're gonna go to the side. Here's your QR code that leads to Hasbro's, shop. It doesn't lead to a file card. He just no longer has a file card. For the sake of brevity, I am not going to do his whole history. We're just going to look at the figure. If you want to know more about G.I. Joe's Snow Job, go to 3djoes.com. I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that. It's just one of my favorite sites for finding G.I. Joe stuff. I think almost everybody in the toy community that collects G.I. Joe knows about that website. And if you don't, now you do. So you're welcome. It is a really good site. They always have just some brief histories and little tidbits here and there. It's nice. It is. It's a good site. Go check it out. Hey, and 3djoes.com, if you want to sponsor me, I'll be more than happy to take some sponsorship money. All right. So anyways, and it shows his head without the goggles on. I mean, it's not Snow Job without the goggles on. So all right, we're going to look at the other side. Some of that nice comic book style artwork. Oh man, again, I'm a little bit of an environmentalist. I try to stay conscious, but man, is that beautiful. I mean, I'm going to try to not make that go into a landfill. I want to, put these all up on a display at some point. So yeah, I mean, who knows? We'll see. Maybe I'll show you what I do with it. Maybe I'll do something even crazier and do some kind of weird, crazy collage with just the sides of the boxes, and I'll cut it apart and use all the artwork for other stuff. Who knows? Only time will tell with this channel. I'm constantly trying to make changes and growing, learning new things, finding new ways of doing stuff. You'll see. Just keep following me. Come along with me for the ride. All right. So, and then, here's the top. G.I. Joe Classifieds. The logo is so good looking. That's nice. Warning, choking hazards. Don't put it in your mouth. I know you're like, aw, don't put it in my mouth. Don't put it in your mouth, man. Just keep it out of your mouth. It's gross. You don't know where he's been. I can tell you, when I was a kid, you would not have known where those damn Joes have been. All right, so that's enough of the box. Next, let's take a look at the man. Here's the man himself. He's got two looks. He's got with the hood up and with the hood off with hair. With the hood up, he's got like a ski cap on, right? And then you put the goggles on him. I think you can put, actually, here's the goggles. Okay, they're real flexy, you know, soft goods, but, you know, it's all good. They can kind of pop onto his head like that, like so. That looks pretty good. He's like, hey, what's going on, babe? You want to hit the slopes with me? And call him Chad. Chad Snow Job. It's Chad Snow Job Winters. I don't know what his real name is. You know why? Because Hasbro didn't give me a file card. And because I'm lazy and I didn't look it up real quick. I honestly didn't really care. He's Snow Job. I mean, that's all I give a crud about with these G.I. Joes most of the time. Because, I mean, it's whatever you want it to be, right? I mean, sometimes I like the file card, sometimes I don't. I'm just making up excuses because I don't feel like busting out my tablet right now. Anyways, we're going to take a look at him real quick. Okay, so we're going to take those goggles off for right now. His head goes back, forth. Here, we'll show the ball and pin. That comes off. That's a separate piece. And that's a separate piece. I mean, that is a really, like, look at that. The wash on there is really nice. There's some good face eyeball printing. It looks pretty clean. It doesn't look like it's off. The beard looks really, really dope. I like that. That looks very nice, very clean. He looks like a manly man, right? Right? That's the kind of guy you wanted to be when you were a kid. You're like, ugh, that guy looks like he eats pine trees for breakfast. And then, you know, you realize eating pine trees for breakfast is probably not healthy for you. It's going to get you stopped up real bad. All that sap in your diet's no good. I am the dismembered head of Snow Job. Don't eat pine trees. I don't know what's wrong with me. Here, you know what? We're gonna put Snow Job's head together, and then we're gonna do the articulation, because he's just not looking like Snow Job to me right now, and I don't like it, and I gotta change it. And I'm having trouble getting this head out first off. Okay, there we go. Pop the head out. It kind of looks like a cosmonaut or something. But it's perfect for the les goggles. Look at that. It's looking a little bit more like Snow Job. It's looking a little bit more like Snow Job. All right, and then we shove his face into his hood, and his goggles are going to move on him, of course, because we don't want them to. So of course they're going to move, because, you know, that's how action figuring goes. You know what? I'm going to have to start all over again, aren't I? Okay, so here, that's your first challenge, kids. Making sure the goggles stay straight on his head. I think you got to kind of position it just right. And then, like, push his head straight in without moving all that junk. All right? Okay, so he's there. Now, we're going to show the neck. The neck has I'm assuming it's like a ball or something like that in there. And then it has a separate ball and pin joint. I mean, this makes for so much nice, like, head articulation. You can seriously do some incredible stuff. I like it. I like how his face looks in the hood with the goggles on. That is Snow Job. Look at him. I died myself. He is splendiferous. So we got that head articulation. I mean, look at that. Like, that's cool. And he's got a hood on. I mean, you can look back, but then you can, see all his stuff under the hood. And you can look forwards. It's not too bad. I mean, you've got some good posability with him. I mean, snow scenes are so cool in toy photography. Like the snow serpent and him are just both great. They both use the same pants. I want to say they use the same coat, but like the snow serpent adds some other stuff to it, and he's got his little strappy dealy here that's part of his backpack. He's got some pockets. All right. And then there's those boots. Those boots are great looking. I like those. They look pretty clean. All right, so we did the head articulation. The arms have a butterfly. It's a little bit of a butterfly. With all this junk in the way, it kind of gets hidden, but it also kind of gets in the way. All right, so his bicep swivels all the way around. Double elbow. He's having issues. There we go. The wrist is on a, yep, gun rocker. There we go. Look at that. You can shoot behind him. That's a weird position. All right. And then we get down to the waist has, to make the coat continue, but give him a waist, he's got a diaphragm, which is my preferred these days. I didn't like it the first time I saw it, but now that I get some of these figures in hand, I see the benefit of the diaphragm, and for posability and stuff like that, I just think the diaphragm looks better. He swivels at the waist, he swivels at the diaphragm. Legs pop out to the side. Oh, you gotta do yoga pose. Yoga pose. Yeah, look at that. I wish I could do that. My kid can do that. I mean, she can't like do the whole like where she's on a chair and she's balancing, but my kid can do the splits. And I mean, I don't know. She's amazing. My 8-year-old blows my mind. All right, so he's got the standard, you know, optional movable leg thing that Hasbro has been doing with the G.I.Joe Classifieds, which is a really, really good idea, because then, you know, it moves down when you're sitting him down and you don't get those gouge marks in your figures. Really good idea, Hasbro. Really good idea. Okay, so, and then the leg can kick back, and no butt kicking. He's not kicking his own butt. I can't even really, I mean, look at that. You see how flexy his butt, oh, his butt is like made out of, oh, okay, so look at that. Like, so they didn't even give him a real butt. He's got a rubbery butt. Look at that. Oh, buddy, I'm sorry. It's okay. It's got lots of spring to it. Is that for pushing? Shut up. Oh, buddy. Oh. All right, so foot is on a pivot, like a rocker, and then it's on a ball, like a little peg pivot. It twists right there at the boot cut, right? It twists at the hip. Oh, there we go. Ding, 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 ding. Ding a dang, ding, 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 ding. I don't know. He's a snow guy. You know, well, maybe he does do hillbilly stuff. I mean, who knows? I didn't read his final card. I don't know. Hasbro. Okay. That looks like Snow Job. All right? All right, so, all right, we're gonna put him out so we can deck him out. I'm gonna scooch him back. Now we're gonna talk about his bits and bobs. Bing. Here is his backpack. Backpack is awesome. It's got these little straps, right? And I will show you how this all works. So, straps hold the skis on. Okay? Oh yeah, there's a ski, by the way. Yeah. That's what it looks like. Flip it around. Not much. They look good. They look good. So again, I'm just going to do this on one side, and we're going to do this really quick. So we got these rubbery pegs, and you got to just pop it in there just right. Get the angle right. Bam. Pop it in there, right? Otherwise, you're going to be screwing around with it for forever. I like that they made these things rubbery and not so quick to break, but there is a downside. Every sword has two sides. And maybe not every sword. Obviously not every sword. Okay, and here's one of his skiing poles, trekking poles, whichever you prefer to refer to it as. I think there is a difference. But yeah, we're going to say it's a skiing pole because he has skis. So we're going to put that on him right there. And that is how the skis go on. And they go on both sides, right? Like that. For now, I'm just going to take the skis off because I'm going to have him wear the skis. But I don't really care about the trekking poles because he's got to hold weapons. So the trekking poles are going to go straight onto the backpack. It comes with two of them. Boop, boop, shaboopy. And we'll scoot them down a little or something. We're going to give it some symmetry. Okay. Next, there's the other ski. So we're going to put those down there. The next thing he comes with are his snowshoes. All right? There's a left and a right. And I believe, yeah, L2, R2. I got these upside down, but I don't know. Can we get in there? Let's see. There's R2. Oh, yeah, you can just kind of see it. And then L2. Just barely. Okay. So there's the snowshoes, and they just fit on the foot like that. It looks like you can kind of dig his foot in there and then push it on. All right. Now we're not going to keep the snowshoes on, but I just wanted to show how he looks with the snowshoes. Oops. Come on, get in there. All right, so there's what he looks like with the snowshoes. All right, give him a little stability. It's almost like having a stand on him. All right, you can pop him on the shelf right there. If you don't have enough room to have his skis on him, right, on your shelf or wherever you're displaying him, you put the snowshoes on. You put the skis on the backpack. You put the backpack on him, and it looks cool. Speaking of the backpack, there's one more bit to the backpack. The backpack has this big hole that goes all the way through. So it holds his rifle. His rifle's like a sniper rifle. You know, he sets up in the snow and you can tell I know nothing about guns. Did he just say jadump? What the hell was that? I don't know, dudes. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about most days. Ask my kid. She don't think I ever know what I'm talking about. There he goes mumbling again about stuff. Ron's mumbling. Old hype. All right, so basically that's how it'll look on his back. But we're going to take that off because he's got to hold the gun. I mean, it's going to look awesome. All right, so we can do that. Pop it on the back. All right. And, oh, just to show you real quick, there are some like army greenish, mauve, tan, whatever that color is. Almost color, you know, on the, there's a paint app, basically. There you go. See it? Okay. And that has two little pegs on the back. Look at that. That's clever. So good. So good. I love when a figure can carry all of its bits. Right? Okay, and then what else does he come with? He comes with, let's make him stand. Oh, are you too top heavy with that? Yeah, see, that backpack's gonna make him fall. All right, and he also comes with a little pistol. All right, not bad looking. Usually the pistols always just kind of stay in the pockets. You know, he's got 2 guns, so we're going to put 2 guns in his hands. He's going to hold the pistol with that shooting hand. Alexa, stop. Oh boy, Alexa, wrong time. All right, so you know what Alexa's telling me? I said I gotta hurry this up. So we're gonna put the skis on him. And we're gonna put this gun in his hand, like so. I think this one is a gun hand too. Yeah, it is. All right, that's nice actually. So he's gonna ski with the rifle out. He's got his pistol ready. He's gonna pop one off at somebody. Man, that is just violent. I am so sorry, guys. But I mean, you're a G.I. Joe fan, so shut up. I had to move his skirt down. Looks like when I popped his legs up, it moved his thing all the way up. So pay attention to that one, kids. All right, so there is your G.I. Joe Classified Series Snow Job, all decked out with his skis. That is nice looking. I kind of like it. It's beautiful. Snow Job was such a cool figure. I mean, when they came out with him, I mean, he was kind of new because, I mean, look, lots of army green, right? So the snow thing was like, oh, that's refreshing. No pun intended. Right, Snow Job? Yeah. What you gonna do, Snow Job? I'm gonna pop a cap in this pine cone's butt. Snow Job, why you gotta be so filthy and violent? Because that's who I am. I'm Snow Job. I got a job to do, and it's snowy. And if it's a snowy job, someone's got to do it, and Snow Job's here to do it. All right, kids. That's enough of this idiot playing with his toys. Remember, kids, you better subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, you better right now. You hit that button, and then you turn on notifications. And then, like, oh, wherever the heck it is over here, if you're on mobile or whatever, if you're like full screen, I think you could tap it and then that thing will pop up and then you hit it. There's that one that like it's a thumbs down. Don't worry about that. You don't want to hit that one. You hit the one that says thumbs up. Nah, seriously. If you don't like this, hit the thumbs down. It's okay. I don't mind. And then, you know, hey, at least leave me a comment and be like, bro, you're too long-winded. Shut up. You know? And then I'll be like, bro, I don't really care. I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to pop a cap in your... Oh, no.